Holy crap, guys. I have no idea what that was all about. Woo! Now that that's over, we can get back to what we were doing. Okay, so let's see here. We were closing our eyes and visualizing, right? Okay, you know the quote, money doesn't buy happiness? Well, the quote exists because having $1 million in the bank account alone will not bring you happiness. Money alone can't bring you anything. And when I know that, because when I had a lot of money, I was doing a lot of drugs. I was so miserable. Money alone makes us feel indifferent. Doing things with the money, the freedom it brings in our lives, the limitless possibilities because of the $1 million in the bank is what brings us happiness. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Makes perfect sense to me. I want money so I can have experiences, that I've had lots of experiences, wonderful experiences without money. And I would like to travel. I'd like to pay for my kids' classes. I'd like to be able to get out of my friend's driveway and have my own, lot and to keep my camper on. And those things are what make me happy. So we're always after the feelings of what money will bring us, not really the money itself. Money alone is just paper. It doesn't do anything sitting on its own. This is something to be aware of when manifesting money. Money is energy. In order to attract more money, you have to match its energy. You have to be in the vibrational vicinity of it. It's also super crucial that we don't think of the money as if it's still coming or not here yet. You really want to envision as if it's already here in your hand, because it is. The manifestation has already taken place in the spiritual realm. It's up to you to bring it into the physical realm by using your feelings of already having it. And this is why, I'm back. I'm back, Lacey. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I haven't been it is. It's the negative energy is like, get me the fuck out of here. Yeah. And it's weird. I'm thinking that maybe my blood sugar dropped a little bit, you know what I mean? So this plays into when I coach people to work with their thoughts until they can find relief, right? Because when we raise our vibration, we also gain clarity. And the reason why you want to bring yourself to a place of relief is so that you can manifest what you're really wanting to. Because if you're manifesting things and you're on a lower vibrational plane, you can only attract what is in that vibrational vicinity. So one of the ways I healed my body was raising my vibration, because I understood that at a certain point, illness will not be in the vibrational vicinity anymore. Illness won't be able to can't thrive at a higher vibration. So that's kind of my biggest hack as far as getting myself well again. Contrary to what just happened, I really have been doing well. I haven't been taking my kratom. I don't smoke as much pot anymore. I have to say that is really largely because of this hemp works for real. It makes me feel like I've got grease in my joints. So this goes in line with, choosing thoughts that bring relief, choosing thoughts that bring relief about money, choosing thoughts that bring relief about everything. And side note, that does not mean positivity, okay? That whole positivity movement is bullshit, because it's dismissive to the feelings that you're actually having in the now, and the now is really all we have. And so if we're in touch with our feelings and we're going through our thoughts as we're feeling them in our body and being like, oh, that thought makes me feel like shit. I wonder if I can think a different thought that will make me feel better. And the reason why that's so important is because when something is truth, it will bring relief in your body. And again, it's not to be positive. It is, for example, if someone is beating the shit out of me every day, and then I try to say that they're a great person, that's going to give me that icky feeling in my belly. Just, you can feel that drop. So when I would say, like, this person is not a good person, and I really can't wait to get away from them, or I look forward to being away from them, you will feel relief in your stomach. And so, like, that's how you know what direction you want to take. Because if you're thinking a thought that feels shitty in your body, then it's the universe and your body's way of telling you that you're thinking out of alignment with what is true for you, right? Everybody has a different truth. You have to check in. You have to become in the moment and present. Pay attention to the way that you're feeling right now, because that's also the higher self trying to point you in what direction you're ready to have healing done. For example, Lyme disease, or we'll break it down even more, inflammation is anger built up in the body, right? So as we work on things we're angry about, in my experience, the symptoms go away. And so that's another way of how I've healed myself. So it is there, because when you want something, this is how we're powerful co-creators, okay? So we want something, right? We have an experience. Maybe we got something that we wanted and it wasn't what we thought, and now we want something different. Or maybe we got something we wanted and it was great, and it was very shiny and it's wonderful, and now we want more. And society tells us you're not supposed to want more. We're supposed to want more. That's how we create. We're powerful creators, So, so we decide, oh, okay, I want this. And then the universe or source energy or God or whatever the fuck you want to call it, creates that possibility, creates that vibrational possibility. And the trick is, when we want something from where we're at, it's going to be a higher vibration. It's going to be, the next step. It's going to be something where you're going to want to be moving forward. So in order to get from where you are at now to the vibrational vicinity where what you've manifested is actually there, all you have to do is remove these blocks. So this also goes along with the money. Know it's there. You want it, it's there. It's just removing the blocks that are in between it. For example, I went over the whole safety thing, how I was trying to keep myself safe by hiding in the corners and not stepping into the spotlight. But what that actually was doing was holding me back from my financial abundance, right? So for me, removing certain blocks, such as, deprogramming, releasing shock and trauma, clearing past, present, future, and downloading the universe's idea or concept of what safety is. Because if I'm in a place where I've never felt safety, then I'm not going to be able to manifest safety. What I'm going to manifest is some fucked up version of what we think safety is based on our past experiences, which a lot of us have grown up in traumatic experiences at this point. So we want to make sure that we're present and we're really focusing on the way that we are feeling in each moment. That's it. Even when anxiety pops up, it's just your body signaling to you, hey, you're not in your moment. Like, get present and then raise your vibration, make yourself laugh. I watch stand-up comedy all the time. Go outside, ground yourself, do things, cook a good meal, do something to raise your vibration, and then do the manifestation work. So let me catch up on comments real quick. When you're trying, oh yeah, I spend a lot of time punishing myself and willing myself to be miserable because I felt like I deserve it because of how my life was going. Yeah, and that can also be, Lacey, that can be, so like in past lives, here's something that I had to clear. In a past life, I had my husband had an affair or whatever, and so I cursed them. even blessings can be curses. If a grandmother is blessing her grandchild, you know, to have a husband and kids, but the granddaughter is a lesbian and wants to travel the world, that would be a curse. So it, you know, these things just kind of happen inadvertently. It's not like someone sits there and is like, I curse someone. So not that that doesn't happen either. However, what ended up happening was I was punishing myself. And Lacey, the whole time I was going through my life, I was like, I feel like I'm being punished. I feel like I'm being punished. Like, what is going on? And then in a healing session, I saw I was punishing myself for what I had done back then. So I had to clear that shit out. And when I cleared that shit out, things, you know, started to shift and get better. And like you said, the negative energy jumped ship. So I knew I knew what I was doing at the time. I knew I was manifesting. I did it on purpose. Why the heck is it so easy to manifest the bad shit and so hard to believe? Okay, so the reason why it's so easy to manifest the bad shit is because we haven't been taught how to create things. I mean, that's it. That's it. And we're going through a shift in consciousness right now where perhaps for a while we were kind of in the dark about things. And now, in order for the planet to thrive, we want to raise our vibration. And that's all that's going on. We are learning new lessons. There's nothing wrong. All of us are on this level where we're learning our new lessons, because you're either going to shift up or shift out. That's just kind of how it seems to be working. And I want to take that even a step further. And I want to bring it around to my homeboy Jesus. And so the thing is, like, I do not identify as a Christian, and I follow, you know, a lot of spiritual leaders. And I believe that Jesus was a light worker. I believe that he came to show us what it looked like when we were in perfect alignment and what gifts we could have, right? And I'm experiencing that as a healer. The more I raise my vibration and get in touch with my inner spirit and have a relationship with the universe, the more miracles I see happening. And so, you know, with the Bible aside, but kind of just a little bit, there's this whole thought in there of the second coming of Christ. And I think that, I mean, this is my opinion, that I think that we are in the end of days. The end of days as we knew it. And now there is this ushering in of the highest vibration that is sweeping consciousness of love, right? And I think what's happening is the second coming of Christ, but in consciousness. I think everybody is kind of expecting a human being, and I think it's more, you know, the shift in consciousness that's going to bring about the change in ourselves in order to stop fucking shit up. You know, like, there's so much illness going on in the world, and we have not been taught how to translate the communication device that we are in. You know, what this suit that we're in is a communication device, and nobody's taught us that certain feelings, certain physical manifestations are there as communication to what you would like to heal right now in order for you to reach your highest potential and your highest good. So instead, we're told we're sick. We're told there's no hope. We're told there's nothing you can do. And I mean, there are people who end up shifting out, and that maybe that is them shifting into their highest vibrational potential, you know, only it's a very individual thing. But for me, I mean, I was dying. I was dying. I had lost 2 organs, and once I got there, I thought I wanted to die because I had been telling the universe I wanted to die for a very long time by attempting suicide repeatedly, right? So I was getting my wish, right? I was afraid to live in my moment. I was constantly trying to get out of my body in whatever way I possibly could. And so my body listened, and it started to shut down. And then I was talking to my spiritual healer, my friend and my mentor, and she was saying, like, well, just make a different decision. And I'm like, there's no way it's that easy. And she's like, yeah, it is. you make a different decision and then you take inspired action, you know? And I just kind of started pulling that thread and listening to where I was being called, and the lessons that I was being taught. And as I kept doing that and kept doing that, then I've been able to manifest more and more and more and heal my body more and more and more. So all of that to come back around to this. So if you're feeling blocks, Lacey, we should do a session. Right. Yes, exactly. We don't, oh, I just got goosebumps. Ooh, yes, Lacey. Lacey says, yes, I don't think we understand that the end isn't necessarily the destroying of the world, but a shifting of it. And I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel myself shifting. Yes. Ooh, I have goosebumps. Yeah. We're going to shift up or shift out. Like, so people will die, you know? Again, that could possibly be them shifting into their highest vibration. Maybe they're needed in the spirit world to help guide, you know? And I'm excited. I am pumped up. I've been doing this work for 20 years. 15 years. And everyone thought I was crazy. And now I realize I'm not crazy. I was just waking up. And yeah, girl, yep, it is going to be both ugly and beautiful. Ouch. I went insane. My spiritual awakening was I went absolutely insane for 4 years. In mental hospitals, all of that, you know? And I went through the gamut of all the pills. I did all of that, and they were going to kill me. So I was like, listen, if someone's going to kill me, it's going to be me. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody else going to take me down, motherfucker. So I was just like, well, you guys are going to kill me. So I guess I'll try this because maybe this will work. It worked. It worked. If you're working through stuff, let me grab my book. Again, Lacey, if you want to do some sessions, honey, just message me. We can awaken your DNA, which will do a lot. We can clear, you know, any energies that might be kind of pulling on you. This is my textbook. I'm certified in theta healing, which is what this kind of was built from, but this kind of expounds a little bit. And so this goes in symptom by symptom and explains what emotional trauma is attached to it. And so, like, as it came up, I would look at my symptoms and I would see what it said about it, and I would work on that trauma, and then the symptom disappeared. So I'm just saying. It's so funny because I hate when people say that to me. I'm just saying. And I'm like, saying it. So today's Money Babe action is to list the 5 biggest feelings that the extra $1,000 in the next 21 days will bring into your life, right? List the 5 biggest feelings that the extra $1,000 in the next 21 days will bring into your life. Now, using the 5 feelings you listed, actually physically feel those feelings right now. The more often you feel them, the more the universe conspires to bring you the actual physical things needed to keep those feelings, right? Right. Oh, I got something in my eye. I've had several people get this book, and if you stick with it, it works. According to law of attraction, like attracts like. Feel those feelings. like attracts like. And also, when you're a light worker, you will attract people who need healing. So it's not always, I mean, in a sense, it's your mirror because, you know, you need healing as well. However, I thought for a long time that I was a bad person because I kept attracting narcissists. And now I realize that what they were attracted to was my light. And so I had to understand that. That's what I'm saying. So since money brings those feelings, this is how we end up attracting money. It's as simple as that. So yeah, today's thing is pretty simple. And my high five biggest feelings. Oh, my 5 biggest feelings in emojis. Let's see. Like love, loving, excited. Is that excited? Or she loves it? It's cool. I can't even see them. I refuse to get glasses or contacts. I refuse. Anyway, that went on way longer than I anticipated, and I shared quite a bit. I hope it wasn't boring. And with that, I bid you adieu. Have a great day. Stay misfits. Step out of the box. You're loved. Bye. Why isn't it working? I can't end my thing. There we go.